Alrighty, hello internet. Wolfman Dim Gaming here, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, you may notice the camera's gone. I'm on a level with you. So, I went ahead and purchased a better Elgato because I wanted to use it with a certain program. Well, it didn't work. My computer is apparently not good enough, even though it's still pretty strong, but apparently it wasn't good enough to run it. And so I still use the Elgato HD60S. I used that for a while, but it would work when it would want to. Like I couldn't ever like put my computer into like a rest mode because my computer's tardy. And when I put it in rest mode, things don't like to start back up right. Not the computer itself, but usually like the USB 3.0 doesn't like to wake back up properly. So any hoozles. I realized that my video, this here, wasn't in 1080p, and I'm like, I was watching it earlier, I was just looking at it, and I was like, why does it look so bad for? I mean, it did look horrible, but it looked worse than what I deem good. And Zelda's horse, that's right. And I was like, well, why does it look bad for? I thought it was just because of work and, you know, it was slow internet, so I wasn't overly thinking about it. And I was like, okay, I'll go home, you know, I'll look at it on my phone, and then I'll go on my computer. But I got home, pulled out my phone, and it still was slow. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's just a phone for some reason. When I did on my computer, same thing. It was running at 720p, I think, which by any means isn't horrible, but considering I can stream at 1080p, or not 1080p, yeah, 1080 over whatever it is. I can stream at a high quality. Why the heck? So basically what I ended up doing was I took it out. I'm back to my old Elgato, and hence why there's no camera. The problem is that this runs off, the older Elgato runs off USB 2.0. Now the problem is there's a delay in how fast or slow it moves. Now, what was I gonna say? I got distracted. But, hey Kevin, what's up? What's going on, man? I haven't talked to you in a while. So anyways, I mean, yeah, there's a problem. I can't use the camera for now. I gotta figure out the delay with it, so. But I'd rather lose the camera and have, you know, a clear image, a clear stream, than to have a camera and have a shitty stream. So. And boop. See ya. Second off, I didn't overly like having the camera. I mean, I will try to go back to it. I will look into getting the Elgato HD60 Pro for the PCI slot piece and try and replace that. I'm hoping maybe because I don't know. I'm thinking my computer's a little tardy, so I'm just hoping that maybe, you know, if not, then whatever. There's no camera, but it's all fine. I said I'd rather stream and have a high quality stream. Because the other thing too, not everybody has high quality internet, so it's like I'd rather, you know, offer a high quality. That way someone can dumb it down if they have to. And, you know, it makes it more fair for everyone else. So. The other thing is, too, being on camera is a little weird. Like, I don't know. I didn't overly enjoy it. It wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. So. But, you know, like I said, I'll try and go back to it. Sorry. There's I got loop in my throat. I just gotta figure out the delay with the camera. And the other problem is, too, is that I saw the same post online how, like, even though there's a delay, sometimes the delay seems to, like, get worse and worse as time goes on, until it's like it doesn't matter. So, oopsie, that didn't work. You know, things to work on. I really do want to try to get the camera back, but it's kind of a secondary thing. Hold on a second, guys. Down. One guy I used to stream with, not as much because, you know, just reasons. Oh, this isn't working out. We used to stream more, but when we got you know, separate jobs, you know, things didn't work out as well as they did. And we're both busy people, so I mean, it's a hard thing. I forgot how not really annoying, but how challenging this game is. Like, it was a definite learning curve. I remember that much. When I first started playing this game, I was like, what do I do? Because, like, if you can't you fight, then, like, how are you supposed to do anything? And oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, you suck. And, like, but I figured out the whole bomb trick, because, you know, using the bombs all the time was a nice nice way to be able to fight without worrying about, you know, having weapons on you and any of that malarkey. So, but it's kind of nice playing this, you know, having the knowledge, the starting over. Alright. I could blow these guys into the water. water kills bokoblins like right away, so. Just like that. Like, I got good at fighting with the bombs. Like, don't get me wrong, I still blow myself up once in a while. I mean, I'm not perfect at it, but it's one of those things you learn, you get used to doing. I'm full on shields apparently. Do I have any shields I can yeah. I can drop it in the water. I didn't know that. Alright. Shoop. Drop. That's a lot better shield. Wish there was fire nearby. I can just yeah. I'll push them together and use a fire arrow. The only downside is I might burn whatever's in there. It's a bomb arrow. No, it's a fire arrow. Okay. Like right there in the middle. Hook them both at the same time. Couple baked apples, can't argue with that. Alright, Traveler's Guild 4, so this is where the streaming is going to be a little bit boring. To be a lot of this, you know, doing the shrines and running around a lot, and you know, it's not going to be all fun and games. But, you know, that's fine. I said I would stream it. I do plan on, you know, I'm going to see it all through. You know, mere little fox will do. Alright, KAKARIKO. So, I mean, like I said, I've already played this. I got close to beating it, but I never did. Just because, like, I got bored. Like, I played it way too much. I got hooked on it. Like, like I said last night, I played this game for a year straight. And I just got burned out on it. I played it way too much, and it was kind of hard for a while to even touch it. It was like taboo, kind of almost. I didn't want to play it, and it was sometime last year. I remember I started a new profile on my second slot, and that was fun doing that. I didn't play for too long, so I mean, I actually deleted the file before I yeah, I ran around for a while. I did a couple of things. I got to the plateau. I know that much because I forgot how to get the worm doublet, whatever you want to call it. And skip. I know. Trial. Whoop-de-doo. It's the other thing doing these trials. Like, I have to do these because if I don't, yeah, I won't get any any thingamajiggies to... Oh, that kind of worked out. Back. Ah, shit. You know, it's funny, I do not remember doing this one. Could have been I just did it, you know, at the start of the my playthrough. Should use stasis on that. And just stopped it all there. Yeah, we got this. Like I said, there's a thing, you know, doing these shrines, like I have to, like, because I need to get the thingamajiggies so I can, you know, get a little stronger. There we go. Hi there. Don't be out of hit me with a sword. I'll take that. I guess I'll drop this then. It's almost broken. Yep. I don't like water. God. The 20? Jeez, man. I wonder I flew through that thing. I'll drop one of these clubs then. Man, this is fire. 15. Yes, I will gladly take that. Now, I'm going to keep the torch as long as I can, because the torch is really useful this early on. Like, you'll need the torch for a good while. Like, not forever, but for a good bit of time, you will need it. You know, until you get more like fire arrows and stuff, and you won't need it as much. Okay, set it on fire. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Not that. Oh, shit. They wanted me to shoot it. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I kind of miss having the camera. I mean, you guys knew I was here, but I mean, having and not having it, you know, it doesn't really make a difference. You know, I don't really think you need a camera. I've been wanting to use it. I bought one a while back, and I wanted to use it, but I don't know. I didn't really care for it, and like I said, I do want to go try to back to using it. You know, I don't want to just give it up, but you know, the one thing I've been trying to go for, you know, with all of this is having quality video, you know. That's why I wanted to have, you know, my own internet. That's why I, you know, wanted this nice computer, because I knew I could output, you know, crystal clear video, not some low latency crap. And that's not the kind of stuff I want to have on my stream. I don't want subpar. I want good enough. Good enough works for me. But no, seriously, I don't want excellent, because excellent is hard to get. You know, I'm sure it sounds kind of stupid, but excellent is like, I don't know, it's one of those things. Yeah, shit. I knew it was gonna happen. It's just like, excellent's so hard to maintain. You know, if you have good enough, well, good enough's pretty easy to maintain. I am dying a lot, but I'm weak too. I knew I was gonna die to him. Hey, it's still open. Huh. Okay. Weird. And yeah, I still have her. Okay, I guess I made progress then. Okay, whatever. Cool. Oh God. Well, that's an issue, isn't it? Just through there we go. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, we got these guys up here. They're the ones that killed me because they're strong, and I don't have much in armor. Go to KAKARIKO and get some of that nice armor. And that will make all the difference. It's actually kind of funny, the armor that you get if you level it up enough. It's actually the best armor in the game. If you ever see my older videos, you'll notice that I was wearing it, and that's why, because the armor you get from KAKARIKO, once you level it up, yeah, like all the way, it's some good armor. This is a long ass labyrinth. This thing is just going on. Okay. Be most of the stream right here is just doing all this. Alright, so I got to... I hate these things with the motion controls. They're so annoying. Yep. Is it okay? Good. It comes back. I was like, is it gonna come back? There we go. Beautiful. Yeah. This is all for one, you know, one little thingamajiggy. Some more guys in here. Hmm. Okay. Thought there'd been more of the Guardians in here. I really did. Alright, so this is... I really do not remember doing this one. Like, I'm not like trying to be stupid about it. Like, I really don't remember doing this one. And I'm like, did I miss it, or am I just like, how did the ball go? That's the other question. If I do that, how does the ball come loose? I thought it was the button, but that just puts the ramp up. Oh, it's all Bernie Sanders. That is not going fast enough. You gotta like jump on it. That I do. I gotta like launch it. There we go. That's how I could do it. This is a challenging one. Okay, what's behind here? Another chest. I guess I'll take that. Oh, cool. So I got some eye drops in today. Like I said, my eyes have been they've been really stressed just from working and stuff. Is this in the right way? Like, I don't even know anymore, man. But anyways, so like I been wearing the gaming glasses when I stream, but yeah, it's the wrong way. Okay. What the hey? And my eyes still felt a little weird. Can I like turn that off? But this thing is for the VR goggles also. Wow. Yeah. Where's the motion control thing? There it is. Off. What was it talking about? I'm getting old. I don't remember. Oh wait, do I have to like... So, what am I doing now? Like... How does this go forward? Why is it not moving? Is it metal? No. There we go. This is a challenging one. I mean, like, and like if you were playing it the first time, you would have been in here forever because like there's this. A lot to it the game doesn't teach you. I did not expect that. Okay. That was ridiculous. All that for one spirit orb. God. Like, was that me or was that a long temple? That felt like a really long temple. Ugh. So anyways, yeah, Ron Van Doom, or Kevin in real life, he wants to play 7 Days to Die, which we used to here and there. That was before I started recording everything, because I don't know, like, I didn't think of it at the time. I don't know what even brought that about. I don't remember, but it clicked. Well, I think it was I was on Twitch one day, and I saw the export thing, and I'm like, "What's this?" And I looked into it, and it was like, "Oh, you can export your videos during your live streams from Twitch into YouTube." And I'm like, "You can?" And so I've been doing that since, because the one problem with Twitch, back in the day when I joined Twitch, you could do a live stream, and you can then save the video to their server, for a short amount of time. And if you were a Amazon member, you could save it for a pretty long time. That was like 3 months, I think, which wasn't indefinitely. Something like that. So anyways, I did that because I have a couple videos on there that are saved to my account, and that's how. And now that's all locked off by being an affiliate or something like that. Any hoozles. So yeah, that's how it was when I first joined Twitch. You know, that was how many years ago. And so now when you live stream to Twitch, it just it'll keep your live stream for I want to say a month before it just boots it out, which isn't bad, but you're not really gonna get much attention, because if people don't know who you are or really care who you are, that's the wrong thing, then you know you never really get exposure. But by having a YouTube that can, you know, make a video and then export it from Twitch into, you know, YouTube, I can keep the video indefinitely, and you know, get see more exposure. Now, people can watch my videos, you know, like I said, from Twitch to the YouTube. And plus now, Nintendo has stopped their whole thing with having to get every video to pass their little criteria thing. They can just upload Nintendo videos, I'm pretty sure, without issues. This was like you had to join the Nintendo Creator Club back in the day, and you had to like get your video into their system, and then you had to pick what video you wanted to do. It was a Nintendo game, and it was just a hassle. It was so annoying. But if you wanted to do any Nintendo games, that's the price you had to pay. There really was no way around it. You know, it was either that or nothing. And you know, I did it a few times, and it was too annoying. And all it was for was that if a video made money, they could take some of it. You know, and it's like, it's these little things that were making Nintendo look greedy, because no other company would do that. The only company that gave you an issue in terms of streaming was PlayStation, because the whole system had this something to do with the HDMI, the HDCP thing. That's why it's hard to stream on the PS3, because it like blocks the signal pretty much. So and there are ways around it. I mean, I found a way online, and it does work with basically duping the system into thinking that you're what am I doing? Duping the system into thinking that you're playing when you're actually watching. And what am I doing here? What's that? Oh. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. The metal boxes, it didn't even click. I was like, there's nothing here. There's no water, there's no wind, there's no ladders, there's nothing. So I'm like, you know, what was the answer? This is the same thing. Yeah, just put like 3 of them down, and then put the flat piece on top, and this one's simple. This one's like how most temples are, just like straight to the point. That last one was like, what was I trying to do? The freaking trial for like the Master Sword. There we go. And I take this guy here. Don't knock everything over. And providing those are close enough. Just be able to drop it, and there we go. That one was a lot more easier. That one was like, you know, that was just problem solving. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's all whatever. You know, and it's like, even having a camera for live streaming, I'm still thinking about that. Like, again, that's what everyone else does. You know, I already said I don't really like to be like everyone else. I don't know. I'm trying to make a point here, I guess. Okay, so we'll get out of here. We'll. I was heading towards the village because it's dark out. I figured it was just stay here for the night and. Go back out in the morning. And it's at the worst to, you know, stay at night. It's just you have to deal with the monsters, and if there's a storm or anything like that, you know, it's just, I'd rather not. Let me see. The parents have a field. Let's see a couch running by for the monsters. The glory of surely the climate very distributor. Can't believe myself. Oh, there's this guy that wants the friggin' cookbook.
Yeah.
Off bed. Morning.
Oh.
I'll always go for a soft bed. Unless you don't need it. Soft bed will do that.
Oh.
Gives you one extra temporary heart, which is something you can't argue with. Now, like, personally, for a while, maybe I'm gonna be running around. I like running more than I like, you know, taking a horse or anything. Maybe I'm weird, but it's just like, the one thing I always think about is people who make these games, not just this game, but any game that's these vast worlds. You know, like, they put all this work into it, and people always just blur through them, and it's just like, okay, there. And to me, it's always kind of like, you know, I'd rather be able to, you know, enjoy the work they did. I'd rather, you know, either run through it or walk through it, you know, whatever it is, and oh, come on. Don't waste all my arrows on this. Gosh darn it. Okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, one left. Need to find more arrows. There we go. All this right dang Korok seed. But you know, the Korok seeds you need too, because you need them to level up your stuff. Is it worth it? Kinda. It's a bunch of red guys. It's gonna be too much of an issue. Take care of most of them with one bomb. Get out of here with that. There we go. Come here, you. You got a bomb in your name. Don't be shooting me with arrows. You're gonna get it now. Alright. Another one bites the dust. But yeah, one thing I realized too, I was playing last night and there was a couple of guys came in and tried to, you know, rile my stream up. I'm not like most streamers. You know, I've already said this. I stream like most people record, and like I said before, I like live streaming because it's more fun to watch the person, you know, do things live. And I don't know, it's just I like live streaming. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and you know, it's just what it is. Alright, I'm gonna keep going at least until I get to KAKARIKO. It's already been almost an hour, but I don't want to stop. I'm not having fun. Like I want to at least have a goal, hopefully, for each video. You know, I don't want to just keep, you know, aimlessly wandering around. And obviously there'll be some streams where I'll have to buckle down and do some boring stuff, but you know, I don't want to do it all the stream either. Oh, and that reminds me, for those of you that were watching Yomawari, I know I kind of ended it prematurely. I said I was done with it. I will go back to it. I thought about it for a while. I was like, I was having, kind of fun with it. And I don't want to leave it in limbo. Yeah, I'd rather. So, I think like Saturday, I'll probably go back to it and try it again and see where I can get. I was looking it up online earlier, and apparently it starts to pick up and get more interesting. And I'm like pretty close to the end too, so I was like, yeah, might as well, you know, might as well see it through. At least try to. Because like I mean, for everything I went through, I just kind of like, you know, had enough and left. I don't see a way up. Huh, that's weird. Even like sometimes there's like a, that was a metal box over there. But sometimes some of them will have a, is that an iron golem? Or not iron, but rock golem. And something shook on the screen, I saw it. But sometimes they'll have like the ramps that you can shoot with the arrows to like move, you know, bring down, or there'll be a ramp, but that one was more of like having to use what's around me to get in there, and not always worth it. Man. But like I said, I'm gonna try to get to KAKARIKO. I think I'm actually getting pretty close. I remember the hills towards KAKARIKO were very they looked like something out of like a Japanese painting. Huh, that was weird. That mountain right there. Okay. Oops. Just watch it for a second. Yep, that's what I thought. There's a goblin on a horse. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention. I wasted an arrow. Where's he? No! Get out of here. You're fine, Horselot. You're good. You're better off with me. Alright. No more shrines for now. Let it keep going. I just want to get out of here. There's a bridge up there. I remember first time I went to KAKARIKO, I ended up like going through the mountains. It was a really roundabout way I took there. And there was a lot I didn't know at the time with this game. There was a lot I had to learn, and I had to do wrong to do right. You know, which is all fine and dandy. This game was definitely a learning experience, because there was a lot that I didn't know. I didn't understand how it worked. How far off am I? Not too bad. Yeah, through the marsh here. Like I said, I really just want to like just get there, and I don't feel like having to do every single shrine. This way, Horselot. We're going towards the mountains. God, I hate these guys. At least they're elemental. It's the one thing I did learn about those little wizard. They're like the remake of the wizards, but they're elemental. So you take an ice one down with fire, and a fire one down with ice, and you know, da 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 da. Horselot, don't do it. I'm sorry, Horselot. Alright, that's a 14. I will. Yeah. Let's get rid. It's a boomerang, and they're a little wonky. I don't know, man. I want to do it, but I don't. No, you know I'll do. Yeah, I'll do. Hold on. I'll activate it. That's the one thing. If you find a shrine but you don't feel like doing it, at least activate it, because then you can warp to it. But also, you know you found it, but you haven't done anything with it. Yeah, that way it's not a complete loss. Yeah, I might kind of cheat and drop Horselot off and go through the mountains here. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't saved before I croak. I should be able to climb that. I don't know, man. Maybe not. can climb that over there. That's a little more broken up. The thing I think about is like when you're low in stamina is what you can and can't do. So obviously, you know, climbing need to be a little more thought out with it. You can't just take a giant obstacle and just go onto it head first. You have to you know, think about it. So like with this, it's like it's not just one long mountain face. It's little you know, outfacing rocks that I could rest on and build my stamina up. I hate leaving horse a lot behind, but I don't feel like taking the long way around and taking forever getting up there. And plus, again, there's a shrine actually in the town, so once I find it, I can warp there. That makes that a little easier. Get up here. No, go ahead and climb this. This will put us. This is how I did the first time. But I'm not doing it because I'm trying to you know, remake my footsteps on this. I'm just, you know, being lazy. I just want to get up there and get it done. You know, it's funny. I remember hearing when this was being made that oh, what was his name? I mean, Miyamoto. This actually was one of his favorite things about this game was climbing everywhere. And yeah, it's a neat idea. You know, and then they recycled the stamina thing from Skyward Sword, which people didn't much care for. But the stamina in this, you know, I never played Skyward Sword, but I feel that the stamina bar in this does help to keep things at an even pace, as you can't just do everything at one time. It limits you forcefully. Yeah, this is the shrine, I think, and there's KAKARIKO right down there. So again, I'll mark this shrine just so I know I found it. I don't know if I can really buy anything yet. I don't think I have a lot of money. Got lost for a second. I was like, where? I know where I was, but I didn't know where I was. Yeah, I wasn't here. It was the other town that has the armor. Alien tunic. I'll probably end up buying that next. 120 and 90. This is a cool idea too, having the different clothes. It was a neat idea. Instead of just having the same old, you know, you wear green tunic, and then I think that's why they add this outfit here. Is because it's a more realistic idea of the hero. But then you get to a town and you're like, wait, I can buy new clothes, I can change, and I think that's where like the realization of like what you're actually doing and playing. What are you guys freaking out about? Hmm? Yeah, I know. Yeah, man. It's fine. Okay. I go ahead and save her up here. I'm tired. But anyways, like I said, just due to reasons for now, there's been no camera. I've taken it off. Still have it in my ceiling, but I don't have it up anymore. And until I can figure it out, figure out how to get it all working, it's just not gonna be a viable method. Because I gotta figure out too. Because like I said, I had the Elgato HD60S, but it's like it didn't work right. It didn't work right for my computer, and I thought my computer was like a beast. But is even having it in the USB 3.0 where it belongs, it wasn't running at its full capacity. But I know this one too is actually a little better because the Elgato HD60S, I don't think it has an encoder in it, or this one has a built-in encoder, so it handles data a lot better. For that one, it has the ability to, because it has USB 3.0, the one I had, so you can have the instant replay, but it was sacrificed. So I'm gonna look into the Elgato HD60 Pro next, the PCI slot piece, and see what that can do. Because I liked having the camera. I did, but like I said, if it's gonna cause issues, the Elgato, and it's been causing me issues, and I didn't want to give up the camera. I really didn't want to give up the camera, but it's not worth it, especially losing quality in video. That's not worth it either. So, anyways, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.